cannot believe that Titi, I cannot believe that Titi made that studio a home and settled into that studio as if it was a house. She turned that studio into the house. And she never confessed that she was upset. She never confessed that she was upset. All of Titi's behavior has made me crazy and insane because she would be livid that this is the house that she was able to get on her own through buying and saving. She saved all the way to get that house. She saved and spent years and she saved all that money, all of her salary for that house in Dartford. To get that house in Dartford, she saved all of her money. And then on top of that, she didn't get the apartment, the house that was closer in London. It was all the way in Dartford. So she waited because she didn't want the Erith house. She waited and then she got and then she took the house that was in Dartford and it was a studio. She said it was the only one left to get. If the house isn't suitable, you don't buy the house. That house is not a house to buy. It's all the way in Dartford. It's on top of a hill. No one can barely get to her. I'm struggling out of breath to even get to her. She doesn't even have a car. She doesn't have a vehicle or drive. She takes the train, which is £10. She takes the train. How is she getting to Aldi and all of the other the shopping centres? She's taking the trolley. She's taking a trolley to do shopping. Titi's thinking has made me crazy. I go into her kitchen, it's empty, barren. There's nothing in there but biscuit and pasta. And she sits in front of the TV and in front of the laptop like a literal being, telling me that Lara has gone to visit her and Debbie's gone to visit her. And she sits there and then there's the studio bed. Her behaviour has made me crazy because it's not rational and it's not proper. That house should have broken her enough to go and beat up her mother and scream. And go and scream. Why am I living in this disgusting apartment? Me. Why am I living in a disgusting studio? It's not an apartment. It's a studio. And she's complaining about the neighbours. The neighbours smell like weed. Why would the neighbours smell like weed? Does that look like a flat for someone of the 21st century generation? For a black person? Her thinking has made me crazy. Lola's crazy. She sold that property. That property that was in Erith. She went and sold it. That is not your sister's house. Your sister's house. I sold it. What about your sister, your eldest sister? Does she not need that house? What about your second sister? What about your brother? That 2-bedroom house. I just went and sold it. So what does that mean for the rest of us family? No planning, no anger, no transparency, no discussion, no talking. That's not how you do it in a family of 6. That's not how you do it. This is why I don't like Ola the Meji as well. Why did you teach only one child how to drive and not the other children? Why is there only one child that's driving and not the other children wasn't taught how to drive? When you're teaching your children things, are you not teaching them all together? Are you teaching them one by one? This is a family of 6. You're teaching them one by one. This is how Titi's thinking got into my mind and got around me, thinking that some of these things are acceptable. They're not acceptable. They're not normal. They're not normal. How can you buy that house? That house is a house that you rent temporarily and you don't even pay the rent. You don't even pay the rent. And she's coming into Pedri's house talking about the bills that she's paying, the mortgage and all the other bills that she's having to pay and groceries and things that she's paying for. What are you doing paying the mortgage on that property? What are you doing paying every bill and buying everything? When I see a letter in the post, I panic and I struggle and I don't know what to do about the letter and I struggle. You're autistic, you shouldn't even be alone. You shouldn't even be alone, living alone. You would be better off renting with a friend if you want to stay in London. If you want to stay in London. Because I don't know why anybody would want to stay in that city. That city that's getting more expensive, more bigger and bigger and becoming more like a continent. Why would you even want to stay? This is what I'm talking about, her thinking. The autistic way that she communicates and her autistic thoughts, the thoughts are autistic. You're not paying every bill because you can't. So you're not paying every bill. You're not paying your mortgage. You're not paying. You're not paying for groceries. There's things that you're not able to pay for. You can't pay. You can't pay. That's what you do. You don't pay. Nothing new comes out of her mouth. I've gone to speak to this council. I've gone to get this charity. I've gone to get this help. She comes in, she sits down, starts talking about Lara Debbie. Lara and Debbie is what Titi talks about 24/7. Nothing new, nothing else about what she's seeing, what she's doing. Talking about the church that she's going to and the picnic. This is a girl who's going on 40. This one talking about my family. Will take it to the grave. My family will not be transparent and talk and be honest about what is really going on in their life until the grave. Until the grave. Looking at Pedro and looking at us, each other, and smiling like there's anything to smile about. Like there's anything to smile about. Seriousness is what we need. Seriousness upon serious. And we have to do it even better than Ola Demeji. Seriousness upon seriousness is what we need. And serious people is what we need to be around. Talking to me at Debbie 11. I don't even see these people's pictures. It's not like she took a picture and showed me, oh, this is, by the way, these are the people that came to my house the other day. This is the picture. This would just talk, blah, blah, talking about the details and blah, blah, blah. She's telling me random, vague information about all the negativity thoughts in her head. The negativity and the thoughts in her head. The negativity and thoughts in her head. That's what she says, like a track. Like a record. Every single time I speak to her. Every time I speak to her, she will sit down in the house, sit down in the living room. Oh, they're negative. I've got these negative thoughts. These negative thoughts. It can't be real. What I was listening to. It can't be real. I bought the house. It was the only house left. Negative. What are you doing? No help, no guidance. No honesty. No honesty. No transparency. No conversation. No real talk that's coming out of people's mouths and tongues and their throat and their chest. And time is ticking. The clock is just ticking. The clock is just ticking. Ticking along. Ticking along. Titi's looking around. Everybody else seems to be doing fine. Everybody else, like that's someone who's also losing her mind. That's someone who's also going.